24/7. So he said, well, today, I need to know what day, approximate time, and who you talk to.
In general, 24 hours.
Okay. Well, then that pretty much covers you
We
guys.
have even talked to the metropolitan housing, and a lot of it is on their property. They tell us that it's called the law, there's nothing they can do, but it's government property. I don't see why they can't enforce the action that goes on there in their property. You know, you got people standing on their property, you know, drinking beer. People are scared to walk down the sidewalk. I have people come in to visit me from out of town, my relatives. You know, there they go driving up the street. We got all these people that's not working, not doing anything, that just drink a beer, throwing bottles on the church property, stuff like that. That shouldn't happen.
Yes, sir. Reverend, I'll explain a little bit about while we're at it. We live in a wonderful country. We do, full of liberties and certain laws that not only the law is written to not only incriminate, but to also protect. Okay? There are certain elements even within the container law. If there, for instance, I don't know the situation because I've never personally been dispatched of that, but just for instance, if you're sitting on your porch, it's not illegal to have an open container. Okay? If they're walking down the street or the sidewalk along with the city, by all means, they could be arrested potentially for open container or even disorderly conduct by public policy. Okay? It's not always a given. Okay? But you know, if we see it, I don't know the circumstances. I wasn't there, but I can promise you this. I can promise you that if I see that, I'll do it, especially within disrespecting the church there. That's ridiculous. And as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and pass that on to my shift. And I can assure you that if you call, I will make sure that all the officers know and we will take care of it. I can promise you. Okay? I can't violate the law or violate their rights, but I can tell you this: if they do something that's outside the letter of the law, and they're on public property, or they're doing something disorderly, or they're, like you're saying, basically vandalizing the church or other stuff on their night convention, I'll do it. I promise. That's the best that I've got. Okay. In the future, if you call, would you call the sheriff's office? Would you call them?
Yes, well, before check the
You call our dispatch. If I can tell you this, I can assure you, I'll go back to my captain, and I'll tell him so that all of our shift knows, and I will also make sure that the midnight shift guys know, and as well as day shift. So we'll try to do something about it. You call, if you see me, call, and we'll be there.
If there's no response, that is not happening. I think we all work well together. I mean, the camaraderie now, I think, is much better within the civic workers. It has been in several years. I go to Chad and say, go to this residence, check it out. Yes, sir. They all do that. They do a good job. I had the opportunity to ride up here a few months ago. I rode the pants, and it was Monday night. It was not the first of the month either. Monday night, and it's going to be a slow night. I rode from about, 9:30, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We did not stop the whole night. It was from this end of town to that end of town. All over each way, different calls. And her taking calls on the radio on the way to another call. So, they're very busy. You may see them taking a break every now and then. I tell you what, they deserve a little relaxation just for a few minutes. Most of their time, they're busy. I think we need to see that
patrolling. Okay? But I can promise you that I can get you in touch with Dee Dee, in touch with, whether it be a shift commander or sergeant, or the chief of police or the mayor of the county. Okay? We really do want to do our job the best we can. Sometimes we are human. Okay? We were taught this in the academy. We're given split seconds to make decisions that ultimately attorneys and judges and everybody else take months and years to tear apart to make sure that we make the right decision. We do mess up. Believe it or not, I even mess up. I was just once on that. But she'll tell you, I promise. But we mess up all the time. There's times like on these calls, and I go there so confident. And it's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And they kind of throw this one. Was this illegal? Yes, ma'am. And the ORC is about this thick. Okay? We do the best that we can about stuff. And if we don't know, we'll learn it and we'll find out what's coming from. Okay? But there are times that no matter what, you can't always make everybody happy. But I can promise you, the group of guys that we do have, we'll try our best. And if we don't, and there was something wrong with something one of the officers done, believe it or not, we want to know. If we messed up, if you're not happy with what we done, we want to know. So that we don't do it again. Because that's what this is all about. We got to unite, we got to be a team in this, okay? I'm going to explain to you a little bit while we're at this real fast, and we'll go right back into this so I'll get you guys out of here, okay? I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how law enforcement works in Ohio. We do not have a state police in the state of Ohio. Okay? I don't know how many of you guys actually do that. You've seen Kentucky State Police, you've seen West Virginia State Police, and all these different state police. We do not have state police. We have a highway patrol. Okay? The highway patrol is designated on public roadways and highways. They write tickets, they investigate crashes. Those are the guys that you see with the tire with the wings on it and all that stuff. You see them on the highway, those guys that wear the brown hats. And they write tickets and they investigate crashes. They are not peace officers by definition, so you're not going to see them come to your house and take a report for somebody tearing your stuff up. Okay? You have a county sheriff. The county sheriff, by definition, is the chief law enforcement officer of this county. He's my boss. He is every police officer, every trooper, every FBI agent, every U.S. Marshal, everybody that comes into this county and acts as a peace officer, he is their boss. Yes, he is over the FBI, he's over the U.S. Marshals, he's over all of them. He is the chief law enforcement officer of the county, and he's entrusted with a great deal of power. Our local sheriff is Jeff Lawless. If you guys don't know, he's a great guy, we're really blessed to have him. Okay? He is the chief law enforcement officer of the county, and his deputies handle everything outside of the municipality. They have what's referred to as jurisdiction. You've probably heard that stuff or don't understand what that means, but basically it just means power to be able to exercise, to remove a person's liberty is how our definition goes for arrest. But they have jurisdiction to do whatever they need to even within inside the city. However, they honor because of the police departments. Meaning, in the city of Ironton, we're what you got. We deal with everything that you're going to deal with, whether it be a crash, whether it be something that somebody vandalized your property, whether it be something that somebody has stolen something of yours, or it's a domestic complaint, or a neighbor dispute, or a barking dog, and everything from down here to, God forbid, some kind of murder or some kind of sexual crime or something like that, something that bad. We deal with all of them. Okay? Because of that, we have been given what the mayor was talking about. We came up with a couple of years ago. You may notice my uniform is probably a little bit different than what you guys have seen in the police departments in the past. I don't have the shiny stuff on mine. Mine's all gray and the whole 9 yards. Well, what I'm in is I'm a member of what we created was a special response team. Sometimes you see it on TV and they'll refer to it as SWAT. Okay? What we do is we take tactical training so we can do high-risk entries and search warrants and so on and so forth and stuff like that. And we wear all this crazy stuff and these helmets and goggles and gas masks and this great big body armor stuff and we got guns everywhere in the whole 9 yards. And that stuff's all fine and dandy, but the reality is if you don't have that equipment and you don't know how to use it, it's useless. We're fortunate enough right now to where, working with guys like Mr. Harrison, who's allowed us to train here, the reason that team was assembled was to protect our children in these schools. As crazy as this world is, all these school shootings and stuff, we put together this team. We have a policy that says, in the event of an active shooter, God forbid, in the event of an active shooter, what our policy is. Our policy is this: we don't wait for backup, we don't call for backup, We don't anything in the event of an active shooter, we go in ourselves and try to neutralize the aggression. Okay? We don't wait and let our babies get killed in schools because somebody would be doing something great. Ironton is not immune, folks. Look around. Where's it happening at? It's not happening in these cities. It's not where it's happening. It's happening in small town USA. It's happening in the Ironton of the world. The truth of the matter is, we got the team together and had these guys trained so that we're prepared better. And you know, when we very first started this, we took this very first training a few years ago for active shooters. And I actually kind of thought when I very first went to the training, because they were teaching us what our general policy or general ideal is for approaching an active shooter. And when we started our policy, and the Chief Carey at the time wrote a policy for an active shooter. It says in there, the first responding unit is to make entry, locate, and neutralize the threat. I don't know how much you guys know about weapons or anything like that, but a lot of these guys are carrying these. It's like what's referred to as an assault weapon, or like these AR-15s that you see, and these AK-47s and stuff like that. And generally speaking, they're actually carrying a lot bigger guns than we do. So, and my vest won't stop. It'll go right through it and come back. Because the round is so fast that it literally could just penetrate Kevlar and just go right through it out the back. So I actually asked myself, God, knowing somebody's in there shooting and they're going to shoot me when I go in there. They're going to try to hurt me. Can I make myself really go into that, running into that? I'm human, folks. I'm a human being. I'm scared. I go on calls a lot of times. I've been on calls myself where I've literally shivered in my knees because I get the same fear response to certain issues as everybody else we all do. The only problem is I don't have the luxury to run. There are a lot of times I'm saying, what the hell? I like to go retreat, call the police. I have luxury. So knowing that kind of situation would arise, could I go in and absolutely do what I got to do? And here's what I thought. If my babies were in a school, I would hope that somebody decided to have the courage to go in there and protect my children. And I've made a vow to myself and to my community that I promise you I will, and the rest of our guys will do. I can promise you that we are trained as well as anybody in the state to do this stuff. We really are good at what we do. We spend a lot of times, even doing tactical training, we're not paid. A lot of hours. We've logged many hours practicing with the SRT and the mayor was talking about. And we just practice and train so we can get it right. We've practiced school bus assaults to where God forbid somebody get on the school bus and try to take hostage. We've practiced actually entries into school. We've practiced breaching points in all of our schools to know that we can get in if we have to blow doors off the whole 9 yards. I'm the actual breaching instructor. What my job is I make holes where they're right. I tear stuff up. That's what I do. But I get indoors without caring too much for it. If we have to blow them up or whatever, that's what I'm trained to do. And what we do with this SRT, we created was an active response for events like the school shootings and stuff. But more specifically, now it's for this drug. I can promise you this: as a citizen of this town and as a police officer of this town, I am absolutely fed up with drug dealers and these people in our town selling drugs underneath our noses and stealing our stuff. Okay? I can promise you that we train to do everything we can in order to stop that. I can promise you that we have made a vow to ourselves and to you guys as of recently this SRT, we're going to stop it. If we're going to give everything that we got in our power to make sure that it does. We may go down swinging, but I promise you we're going to swing. It's come. You guys got drug complaints, calls. We want them. We want to fight it. The time that the drug task force and call to leave messages, nobody ever showing up or over. It's not the same anymore. We are going to do things very vocal. There's more people doing it now. The Lawrence County Drug Task Force is still doing it, and now Ironton does it too. The complaints we see about these drugs and stuff now, if you have them, send them to me on private message on Facebook. You'll start seeing things happening, I promise. We have actually got a team of civil. The guys worked last night. The rest of the company. We are doing it right now. It's happening in the city. We finally got a little bit of money to go to work with, and it's going to start taking off, I promise you. If you have drug complaints for now, specifically, feel free. Send me a private message on Facebook. Okay? I'll pass it on. I'm a member of the GUE myself, and I'll pass it on to the other people who are. Okay? I'm going to go over some crime prevention techniques and stuff real fast. I'm going to explain to you block captains and give you guys some tips on how to get these things started. And I'll take any questions that we have.